chairperson, co-chairs, attendees, doctors, paramedicos, and WCC team. I thank you to be called here for express my views on my NAM science. And a very good morning to you all. And I would be starting with my subject directly. I dominate it as a miraculous Indian medical science. Actually, I should say a great Indian medical science, which in between was about to be eloped because of maybe our negligence or the lesser attendance to very important Indian sciences, which has been there for thousands of years. To introduce you little about me, I am from Mumbai University. I passed my graduation, post-graduation from Grand Medical College. I practiced conventional medical science, rather allopathy, during my earlier part of practicing days, maybe around 10, 12 years. Then around at the age of 40 years, I switched over to alternative more than conventional sciences. Why? Because I failed to see any good progress regarding my patients who were suffering from cancers, heart, kidney diseases, diabetes, blood pressures, cholesterol, etc. They were all stubborn diseases, but never got any satisfying to me or people like me. The results were not so happy note or never ending like. Diabetes continue for lifelong. Cancer continue and maybe the death earlier or later. Kidney, again similar things. Heart, yes, there were quite a good hopeful ways and points in it. But otherwise, it was sort of nervous or nervously practicing science. So I was thinking all the time. And when I was around 35, 40 years, I thought I should change over to something like better science. And then I entered myself into old Indian miraculously result-giving science, which we have renowned and named it as NAMS, which is Navjeevan Advanced Medical Science. Why advanced? Because it gives immediate results. And it gives very good results, maybe much better or in few times better than the practicing conventional medicine all over the world. This is Indian, I'm proud of it, so I call it as a Indian at heart and global at spirit, whatever is commonly and read everywhere on airports, everywhere and all that. So we should support the best result giving, instant result giving, and if it is Indian, the best of it, so why not support such a medicine? So I jumped into it and started using that particular thing. Now, this was little about me, my work, and my institution. I have been practicing this science rather for more than 40 or around 40 years. And there is a good amount of research in it. And this is result-oriented science. I wouldn't ask anything less than results. So, what patient demands? He demands only survival. And survival matters to him. Extension of healthy, painless life is another part of his demand. And of course, economical. We were developing, but presently we are much better than what we were in 3 decades back. But then, still then it matters. Economical and affording treatments. Back to my city, Mumbai. Patients, there are patients who spend in crores, almost 50 lakhs, 70 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crore. Why? Because the machineries are costly, 100 crores machine, 1,000 crores machine. But then I think the population of our country is not yet ready to spend like that in our country. So why not? To find a way out. And I got a way out like this in our own indigenous, our own country's science, which has been neglected rather, but nowadays I think it is. Yesterday only I heard a speaker called Satyanarayan. He said these things, Ayurvedas and some of the natural herbs and whatnot, they are so good. Yes, I think those sciences have to be explored, compared, used, and practiced. And that is what I have been doing. And I'm so happy at the end of my life that such a science I could bring out, because I have treated almost more than 30 or around 35,000 patients of stubborn, impossible diseases. They all include cancer, kidney, and MRDs, CKDs, and whatnot, which are never-ending stories and never rewarding stories to conventional medical science. So such is the story, and such are the expectations of our patient, and I think I should live as a doctor to render these solutions to my patients. And that is what I have been doing, and I'm happy that I'm successful in majority of my patients' work. Now, result-oriented, not only by speak or saying all those things, but then I will give you some of the examples of our work. Now, this is a patient with tongue cancer. Then can you or can we expect a button-on effect by this old Indian medical grade science like this? So I and our team and our institution practices organic, non-chemical medical treatment, which doesn't have any chemicals. So that means what? These non-chemical and organic medicines, they can give such a instant and button-on effect. Now this tongue cancer, you can see within few days, 48 hours, you can see the recession, you can see the changes into such lesions of the cancer patients. Next one is similar to that. Next one is a very recent patient. This tongue patient has been treated a few years back, and she is still surviving very nice health. She can swallow, can speak, and she can talk. She can use her tongue properly. Now these are the benefits. Now the second one is a recent patient. He had cancer, oral cancer rather, and then there was a big mass. There was a swelling with a boil on it. This boil disappeared within 1 or 2 days. Sometimes it starts working within few hours also. Now this patient is surviving. Of course, he cannot afford my fee also. What happens? So my whole fee would be around few lakhs rupees, 1 or 2 or 3 for a cancer, terminal cancer cases. Now, we deal with last stage impossible and no hope patients who have been given no RS slips in my city by very big institutions. You know the names, and big Asia-wide, worldwide hospitals. These people, they give no RS slips. Now you need not come, we have done enough. And those patients we entertain. So that you can realize our work starts at this last stage, and almost no hopes, zero hopes. And how do? We have got good relations with these people, and we request them as a So for such patients, or some of the pain managements, these patients who cannot be handled by institutions or by such big hospitals, we share a little part with them. Now, there are certain patients who have been diagnosed some cancers like squamous cell or adenocarcinoma and all those things, and but no homes, no RS, and then discontinuing their treatment. We take care of such patients, and then there are few, maybe half a dozen or a dozen full of patients who have been sent back or attending these institutions again and again, regularly and periodically. And I can show you some of the evidences that these institutions only brand them as no cancer found after 5 years, 6 years, and 7 years, or something like that. So we are very happy with such developments, with such patients. So our work is like this. And the last patient you can see with a green strap, he is from France. Now that fellow was given similar cheat that we cannot do anything. Now you say there is some doctor in India. Some of my friend working over there, she had referred him to me. And this fellow is a pancreatic cancer. You know all about pancreatic cancer. No hopes, nothing, and he was in a last stage. I did not treat him in the beginning. The patient was treated in the last stage when he had no more life left. And now he lived almost 7 years after that, all healthy. Only problem that he couldn't contact because his children rather left him. He was alone. He couldn't take care of his own expenses. And I don't know whereabouts of him. He has left his children's house and all that. We have no contact. Maybe he's there or maybe he's not there. But he has not attended for last 3 years with us. Now, there are a few more impossible cases listed below. They are, of course, of different types, psoriasis, gangrenes, and because what I say, department-wise, I don't go. There are so many different types of cancer, so many different types of tumors, there are so many different types of diseases. We treat body type, like immuno of body itself, fighting power of body itself, preventive powers of body itself, and human energy of body itself. Then you don't have to go ahead of that. If these body powers are powerful enough to take care of any disease, it will take care of any disease, and then you need not tackle or go ahead to treat different cancers with different molecules, with different medications, and that stage will not arrive. And by this science of ours, we can treat almost patients at all these stages. Mostly we tackle the last stages to prove ourselves that this science is such a powerful and such a nice science which can take care of any disease at any stage. You have been listening. Earlier the diagnosis, better are the chances of survival. I say that may not be required in this science. It can be treated at this stage. You have seen last stage of pancreatic cancer. I can show you last stages of almost all or 10 or 15 types of cancer. They are listed here and they are recorded, databases like that. Still then, I may not be able to cover the whole subject in this 15 minutes, but that can be elaborated at any point to anybody with a scientific these things, notings and recordings and the achievements. Now, the known unknown causes of cancer. There are very few known causes of cancer, as you all know, but we have identified some of the molecules which are directly related to cancer causing rather factors or reasons. What are they? But they are in code words and in terminologies because our research is getting registered, it is getting approved at Delhi and ICMR and some of the world faculties. Now, One of the molecule is called IL. It will be terminated in Indian or Sanskrit language, which I have been suggested by my foreign friends and institutions that give only Sanskrit names. So I like that. I had given some English names earlier, but they said, no, you are Indian, you like Sanskrit, and then why don't you give the Sanskrit names? It was suggested to me by my Mexican cardiologist in White Hospital. So that is the spirit. What I say, the spirit, the global spirit of we Indians with India in our heart should be enough or more encouraging. And that is what we are going to change those names by Sanskrit terminologies. Now, another one is S. And then there are few more like NOH, etc., which you know they are oxidants. All those are in our scientific research. They are contributing to cause these signs, to cause these cancer-like diseases, and they can be well brought under control by correcting those molecules. So simple. So one of my slides says, cancer made easy to treat and cancer made easy to manage and economical. That is what presently our country needs. Maybe time to come in future we'll be ahead of so many countries, but then presently we need that to save our money, save our foreign exchange, and that can in turn help us in such medications, such researches, etc. So, sorry, okay. I think with these things, the time to come should be better, and I can be delivering more scientific, more research-oriented, and more proven results in time to come. Thank you very much.